Welcome back to our second episode of our Daily Chats. I'm Sammy Voislavic.
And I'm Riley Cranlish. Today we are going to go through animals A through Z and rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 based on our personal opinion and share details about them we found with researching on National Geographic.
We selected a majority of common animals, but there's also a couple random animals that aren't as popular. Let's just begin. So the first animal that we chose for A is the aardvark. And they're cute, ugly animals. They're like naked and they have those tiny pointy ears. They live in Africa, and their name means earth pig.
For my rating of the aardvark, I give it a 3. It's not very cute, but it seems like it could defend itself.
I want to say a 2 or a 3.
So our next animal is baboon. And the baboon, they are one of the largest monkeys and are known for their red butts.
Yep, so they're just pretty funny looking. The picture you see is there's a baby clinging to the mom, and
then you can see the red butt.
They just look so graceful and beautiful.
I'm gonna give the baboon probably a 4 because they seem like a good.
They're pretty dope. I like them.
Taking care of them and everything. They take care of each other. But
a 3 or a 4.
And the butt is funny.
Yeah, it makes them unique.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would love life if I had a red butt.
I don't think I would either.
Okay, so moving on to letter C, we chose camels. These are one of the more common animals. They're known for their humps on their back. Fun fact about camels is they actually store water in their humps, and they can carry that water up to 6 to 7 months to help them survive as they travel throughout the deserts because they live in such dry climates.
I'd probably give the camel... I'd say a 5,
Yeah.
I'm going to give my first 5.
I agree. I think, I don't know, they're just, I've ridden a camel before. It was a great experience, at the zoo. But I don't know. I just think they're good animals.
They've got, everything handled. They know what they're doing in life.
Who would want to live in a desert?
But they can easily store water up for that long and survive. Okay, so our next animal is the donkey, and it is a part of the horse family. And it has a different name that is known by many other people, but
it doesn't start with a D, it starts with an A.
But the donkey, I don't know. Sometimes they can be kind, but most of the time they're kind of mean, and I feel like they'd just be aggressive. So I'd give it a 3.
The picture you're seeing, it might throw you off. They're not, they're pretty funny though. I think, and the sounds they make are just, they're indescribable.
I'll give it a 4.
3 or 4. All right, so moving on to E, we chose the elephant. So again, these are very well known, and they're known for their tusks, and they're actually those are their teeth. They're part of their teeth, and they're one of the largest mammals on the earth.
Honestly, I think I want to give the elephant a 4 just because everyone loves them so much, and I feel they're great animals, but I think they're overhyped. But I don't know.
I've seen a bunch of really cute videos about them online, so I'd say a 4 or 5, and the how their tusks get stolen and stuff, that makes me sad.
I'd probably say a 4.7.
Okay. Changing up with the decimals.
Yes,
okay.
Adding the decimals in there because I saw this one video where the elephant took the lady's hat and then he hid it from her.
Oh, yep, I saw that.
They're smart enough to know how to play jokes and everything. That's incredible.
Yeah, they're just, I think they're easy to like. I think they're very likable.
Okay, so the next animal for F is ferrets, and ferrets technically aren't wild animals. And they love to hide and stash their food. Yeah, they forage kind of.
I feel like it's they definitely can be pets, and I feel like they're kind of getting more common as pets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, you'll just see random videos or people on social media that have ferrets, and it looks like they're a good pet.
Yeah, it seems like they wouldn't be too high in maintenance. I'm gonna give them a 4.6 because of the cuteness.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them probably a 3. Next is guinea pigs, and they pretty much go to the bathroom whenever and wherever they are. And they're good pets, but they're very high maintenance, and they're happier when they live in groups. I like them. I'd rate them probably a 3.
I'd give them a 3. They're kind of stinky though.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so our next animal is the hippo, and they can hold their breath up to 5 minutes, and they're so large that they can simply walk or stand on the lake floor without having to swim. So I'd give them I'd say a 4. They just seem pretty kick butt creatures.
But they could kill you because they're massive and I don't know.
I don't think they purposely
I feel like they I know, but I feel like they definitely have a scary side that a lot of people talk about. So I'll give them a 2 or a 3. Oh. All right, for I, we chose iguana, and they're part of the reptile class, and they have a third eye on top of their heads. And that actually senses light, so that's a special characteristic about them. I think these are pretty cool animals. I'd probably give them a 3.
I'd give them a 4. Yeah. I think the whole eye thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The next animal is a jellyfish, and some jellyfish can glow in the dark, and not all of them have tentacles, which I think is actually very interesting.
Yeah, I actually did not know that. I love jellyfish. I think they're really cool. At the zoo, they have the upside down jellyfish. Those always intrigue me, so I'd give them like a 4.5.
There's so many types of jellyfish. I'll give them a 4.2.
All right. So one of our more of like the less popular animals is the kiwi. It's not the fruit, but they're actually birds, and they are flightless, and they can live up to 50 years.
That's pretty impressive.
I think they're pretty cute from what I've seen, so I'll give them like a 4.
I'm gonna give them a 4.4.
Okay.
I don't know. They seem cute, but then the whole long beak thing. Whew, it's a little weird. Our next animal is the lemur, and there are over 100 species of lemur in the world. And besides humans, lemurs are the only primates that have blue eyes, which I think is actually really cool. I'd probably give them a 4.
I mean, whenever I think of lemurs, I think of King Julian.
King Julian.
King Julian. So I'll give them like a 4.
Yeah.
They're pretty solid animals. Moving on to M, manatees are the ocean's largest herbivores, and they can hold their breath from anywhere to 15 to 20 minutes. I think they're also very interesting looking.
They remind me of like a narwhal.
Yeah.
I'd give them
they're like the underwater hippo more, you know?
The hippos are underwater.
Well, they both are underwater. So I'm gonna give them like a 3.8.
I'll give them a 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Our next animal is the newt, and they have the ability to regenerate limbs, eyes, spinal cords, hearts, intestines, and upper and lower jaws. Honestly, I think that's quite impressive that they can just regenerate.
I don't know, newts, they're just underrated, you know? No one talks about
them.
them.
They deserve a 5.
Okay, I'll give them a 5. You know, they're small but mighty.
They're cute.
And for O, we chose the otter. Actually, 90% of sea otters, they live off the coasts of Alaska. But yeah, these animals, they're just very smart. They eat clams.
They use the rocks to open the clams, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, so, you know, they're smart. They strategize and they problem solve.
I'll give them a 5.
Yeah, I'll give them a 5. They're also my grandma's favorite animal, so...
Well, that's good.
It's pretty dope.
And for P, we have the platypus. And fun fact, they are actually venomous creatures. And they have no teeth, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, I genuinely had no idea. Yeah.
I always kind of think of them or group them kind of with beavers. But I guess there's like truly no relation. I mean, I'm sure there is a little bit, but beavers use their big teeth to like chop down the trees and everything, so...
So for the platypus, I don't know. I mean, I think they're cool. I'll give them a 4.
I'll give them a 4 too.
All right, so... Nearing towards the end of the alphabet, for Q, we have the Quoka, and these are actually known as short-tailed scrub wallabies, so those animals are related, and they're also known as the world's happiest animal. They're also nocturnal. I'm going to give these animals a 5. I think genuinely these are one of the cutest animals on the list.
For R, we have the red panda, and the red panda has a false thumb which has developed over time to help them, especially get like bamboo and everything. And they are not closely related to giant pandas, which I think is interesting. But they're super cute. I'm gonna give them a 5.
Yeah, I mean a 4, you know. All right, and for S, we have the sloth. I think one of the most common like animals that starts with S. They are actually 3 times stronger than humans, fun fact, and they are actually faster in water than they are on land, which might not make sense just because when you think of a sloth, I just think of them in trees. So, but yeah, they can actually swim.
I'll give them a 4.
Yeah, I'll give them a 4.
For T, we have turtles, and they date back to the dinosaur age, so they've been around for over 200 million years. They also cannot ever come out of their shells because they grow with them. I mean, turtles are such a pretty popular animal. I don't know. I'll give them a 4.2.
I'm going to give them a 5. They're like genuinely one of my favorite animals, so yeah. Okay, next for you, we have the Yukari. I don't know how to pronounce it. But basically, they're a type of monkey that are quite terrifying, and they live in the Amazon River, and they have a bright red face, which are actually around the same color as a baboon's butt.
Which is interesting, because it's like opposites, and I would hate to see one of these animals in the wild.
Yeah, I would run for my life if I saw one of these.
Probably poop.
I will give this one a 1. I don't know why it's on the list, but you know, no other animals start with U, so.
I'll give it a 0.5.
Yeah, literally negative, like 0.
It's so creepy. And then for V, we have Vulture, and it's actually a myth that vultures circle dying animals, waiting to feed on them, and they can have a wingspan that's up to 10 feet long.
Yeah, I think
pretty massive.
I think vultures are kind of underrated as well. You know, in like all the movies, you see like dead stuff, and then vultures.
The bad guys.
Yeah, vultures are just associated with that. So I'm gonna give them like a 3. You know, they need some more support.
I'll give them a 3 too. Yeah.
All right, moving on to W, we have the Wallaby, and they're from Australia, and just like kangaroos, they spend time living in their mother's pouches when they first are born. And then another fun fact is they can also live for around 15 years. I think these things are quite cute. I'm going to give them a 4.5, I think, again.
I'm going to give them a 4 because, I mean, they're cute, but they're similar to kangaroos, and sometimes kangaroos can be mean, but I guess what animal can't be mean? And then next for X, we have the Xray Tetra. The Xray fish got its name because of its translucent body, and they are only 2 inches in size.
I think fish are so interesting, and I don't know, this animal really intrigued me, so I'm going to give them a 5.
I'm going to give it a 2. I mean, it seems like a cool fish, but it just kind of seems like just another normal little guy.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Next, we have the yaks, and yaks have 2 stomachs, and they can weigh around 1,300 pounds. I'd probably give them a 3. I mean, nothing too fancy.
I think they're definitely not one of the worst animals on this list, but I don't think they're the most special, you know?
I agree.
So yeah, I'll give them a 3. And then lastly, for Z, we have the zebra. They can actually run up to 65 miles per hour, and their stripes help them camouflage. But yeah, I just think zebras are just a good animal, you know? They're literally the first animal you think of when you think of the letter Z. So I'm going to also give them a 5, I think.
I'll give them like a 4.8. I
Yeah.
just think they're like,
Some
they'd be
strong
good
ratings.
animals, you know? They'd be like, I don't know, a good pet, like a good friend, kind of.
All right, and that concludes our second episode of our daily chats. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.